Agent Power Huddle is a daily jumpstart, giving you all the tools you need to create an amazing real estate career. Led by top experts in the field, you'll learn how to sell more houses in less time while creating the life you want. Welcome to the Agent Power Huddle.
Hi, everybody. How we doing? How's it going today?
Good.
Good. Okay, so I can't see. If they can stop sharing the screen, that'd be great. Whoever. Zach, are you on here? Or okay, so I'm not going to worry about the screen. How's everyone doing today? We're okay? Yes. All right, good. So today what I want to do, thank you, Mike. Today what I want to do is I just want to find out what it is that you guys need. So they have me down for marketing. I just had a 2-day live event and I was talking for 2 straight days, like literally for 2 straight days. And my voice is really hurting me. I was thinking I probably shouldn't have done this morning. Is it like my voice is killing me? But what I want to do is just find out. Hi, Kathy Cross. I want to find out what it is that you guys need. So one of the things I thought we could do today was like really, if we could talk as a group and kind of mastermind on what you're struggling with. And I always like to usually focus on what's working for you, but I think that sometimes focusing on what you're struggling with also can help, and we can kind of have the meeting around that. Does that sound good? Yeah. Okay. And then we can help each other. So that is what I thought we would do today. So Kathy, how have you liked Skin in the Game?
That was awesome.
Is it awesome?
A lot of laughing and then productivity. We have some good today.
Good. So it's helping you.
Yeah, I only made it today. I couldn't make it yesterday, so it was great.
That's okay. So I can talk a little bit about that because I think that's something that's really, really been helping my students, and actually Kevin and Mike. In fact, Mike, you want to talk to everybody about what, and the reason I'm telling you this is because this is something that you could actually do on your own, right? Like we have it for the Agent Collective 50, but you could do it on your own too with a peer group that was really, really, responsible and committed to doing it. So Mike, will you talk about what it is for everybody?
Yeah, absolutely. Krista, thank you. Yeah, the Skin in the Game has been an awesome opportunity for agents to grow together and agents helping agents. And what we're trying to do is we get people to make 2 commitments for the day. We're trying to modify their behaviors. And by getting that compounding effect, they do 2 commitments a day, 10 a week, 40 a month. Within 30 days, you should see significant growth in your business. And by committing to that, we all work together. We work together as a group and we support one another. And it's an excellent opportunity. If you haven't joined us on that, I encourage you to take a look at that. We've got, 7 or 8 different times that Chris has put together, but it's
they're not going to that, Mike. I'm just telling them about it. So they can go to the Agent Collective, the Focus 50, but we can, unless they're obviously one of my students, because we don't have the capacity or the room for it. But I want you to talk about, so they know what it is, so they could actually create that on their own with their own peer group.
Yes, absolutely. You could actually, what Chris is saying, you could actually create your own group like that. Certain people that you know, just start saying, hey, I want to work together as agents supporting one another, support your own group and start it. And you can actually grow that yourself. And that's an excellent opportunity for you to grow your business and grow your organization that way too. So.
Mm-hmm. And even if you are with EXP or not, it doesn't make a difference. But if you are with EXP, what Mike and Kevin and Dwayne are doing is they are using that as a way to be able to kind of help grow their organization. So they're inviting other agents in their area, right? They're other agents in their area. They're posting in different Facebook groups, and they're letting them come to this at no charge so that they can get to know them and they can help them. And thereby, when you're adding value and you're serving and not selling and you're developing a relationship with people, it's a natural way to grow your organization, right? To where, you could just talk about it. For example, I'll give you an example. Yesterday, I had a 2-day event. It was like 10 hours a day. And at the end, I stayed on. Are you wanting a kickstart on your business and you want to learn how to be the go-to professional in your industry? Well, guess what? I've got a challenge for you. It's 5 days of coaching. It's brand new. Just go to KristaMashore.com/client conversion. That's KristaMashore.com/client conversion. And you'll get a training with me for 5 straight days that's going to help kickstart you as the go-to professional in your industry. So sign up and I'll see you there. And then I stayed on just talking with people, and they started asking me about EXP because I mentioned it a couple times, like really, really indiscreetly. Like I said, I told them, I was like, hey, I was talking about how money likes speed and we need to take action. And I talked to them about how, by me not taking action in a year probably cost me over $500,000 because my EXP stock in a year is over $500,000, right? Had I joined when Jesse did, Jesse's is over $1 million. And I was like, that cost me $500,000. So you need to take action and be fast. Money likes speed, right? When you don't take action, it costs you money. And so I mentioned it by little things like that without shoving it down people's faces. And people then were asking me. So the last half an hour, 40 minutes, people were asking me all about EXP. So Krista did that. And so my team was just on there just like, oh, reach out to them, right? But it was a natural way. So what I'm personally finding with agent attraction, oh my God, that tastes so good, is that that's a really great way to attract agents, is just like finding ways where you can talk about it really, really non-discreetly without it sounding like you're shoving it down their face. Does that make sense? It seems to be working really, really well with us. So if that helps. Now, that's exactly why my people that are in my organization are doing the skin in the game. So they're basically leading it, and for a couple of reasons. So they can start developing relationships with people that are already in my coaching program, right? Because I can't reach everybody. And so if somebody directly reaches out to them from my coaching, and they start to develop a relationship, then it's a natural conversation, right? So then they can talk about what's working and how things are going. And then that conversation is simple. Okay. So it's something that all of you, so what I would recommend doing, and this is, I'm sorry, who here is not with EXP? Raise your hand. Everyone is. Okay. I'm sorry. James and Audra, I apologize about this. So when I'm talking about this, think about, you can do this just in your business, not even with agent attraction. You can do it with, with your community. Does that make sense? Like, think of something you can do with your community so it will still work for you. And again, even with people that are doing this, you could do it with your community too, right? Like you could literally talk about your skin in the game, how it's helping you enroll your community, and like you lead that call with, and then you're developing relationships with other people in the area. So it just becomes such of a more natural way to be able to make a connection, So I'm kind of losing my train of thought here. So the idea with skin in the game, let me just kind of go back to it so you really understand how it works. You show up to a call, and it's good to show up to the same call every day, right? The same time. So, and it's only a 15-minute call. You get on the call and you say, hi, I'm Krista. Today I commit to doing 10 video text messages and also drinking a gallon of water. Okay. So we like to do like one business and one personal. You can do 2 personal, 2 business, whatever it is. I always tell people, whatever you're struggling with in your life, like if you have an area of weakness right now, like right now, my husband and I are going through kind of a little bit of a difficult time. I should probably focus my commitments on my husband right now, right, in my marriage. And I'm just being quite frank with you guys, because we all go through ups and downs, right, with life. So then the next day I go on the call and I'm like, hi, I'm Krista. Yes, I did 10 video text messages, but I didn't do a gallon of water. What got in the way was I didn't have water in front of me the whole time. So today I'm going to make sure I have water in front of me all the time. And I'm going to commit to doing 3/4 of a gallon. Right. So you don't even have to do the same commitment. It can be a totally different commitment. But the idea is that when you're with a group of people and you start to see that people will say, yes, I got up an hour earlier, I got up an hour later, or I didn't watch my favorite show last night so I could get my commitment done. You realize that it's about changing your environment and your circumstance, and not about letting the excuses get in the way, because the excuses are always getting in the way. You're always going to be busy. There's always stuff that's going to happen. It's life, right? Like life happens. And in order for us to make if you read the book Slight Edge and Tiny Habits, I've read them a couple times over the past like 6 months, because I like to change and to kind of get better. And what I'm learning from these books is that, number one, when you celebrate what you're doing well, you'll do more of it. And I already knew that, but it's good about changing habits and habit forming. So in other words, and I'll give you an example. Okay. This morning I woke up and I went to the gym, but I only worked out for 40 minutes. And quite frankly, it wasn't a very good workout at all, because I was exhausted from the past 2 days of doing the live event. Well, instead of me saying, God, you suck, you didn't work, you only worked out for 40 minutes, you barely got up, I was like, good job for getting up, you kept your habit in. Even if I just did 10 jumping jacks, I was going to say this was a success because it was really hard for me to get out of bed this morning. Okay. So, but what most people do is we beat ourselves up. We focus on what we didn't do right. We just like, oh, you know what I mean? And all that negativity creates more negativity. So when you're trying to create change, if you will focus on the things that you're doing well, then you'll do more of the things that do well. Right. So when you're trying to do anything in life, like focus on what you're like, success breeds success. What you think about becomes your actions, becomes your life, right? So as you're changing these habits and trying to make any kind of change with your business, understand that the compound effect, like the compound effect is one of the 7 wonders of the world. It's like the most, it's so important about the compound effect. So even if you just do 2 text messages a day, and that's 10 a week, at the end of 52 weeks, that's 520 text messages. That is going to, does that make sense, everybody? So that's the whole reason behind skin in the game. It's that number one, you're committing to small, tiny actions that over time are going to make up to huge, huge things. So one of the things that I do, like I want everyone to think about right now, think about a project or something that you really want to get done that's been eating at you. Like think about a work project. Okay, so I'll give you an example. We have our students do a marketing plan, right? And the marketing plan can seem a little bit daunting if you don't break it into pieces. So if I was going to get my marketing plan done and I wanted to break it into pieces, I'd be like, okay, what do I need for my marketing plan? I need to figure out what my credentials are. I need to get testimonials. I need to figure out what my actual marketing plan is going to be. I need to get pictures of the testimonials. I need to get pictures of my area. I need to find someone to design it. Like all that seems like a lot, right? Like all of a sudden I'm going, oh shit, a confused mind does nothing. And so now before I know it, I'm just like, it's too much work. I'm not going to do it. But if I was to say, okay, today I'm going to work on getting testimonials done. I'm going to commit to that. Tomorrow, I'm going to commit to doing, this one page of the marketing plan. I'm going to work on do the client communication page. So all of a sudden now in 10 days, I have the marketing plan done. Now, 10 days might seem like a long time, but really it's not, because I have students that take like 6 months to do it. So if they would just stop and break it down and say, I'm committing to this one thing, before you know it, the marketing plan's done. Now I move on to the next thing. Okay, now I'm going to work on my listing presentation video. Okay, what do I need for that? So what I want, does it make sense, everybody? So what I want you to do right now is to think about something that you, oh no, Pepper, don't, that's my, no, go ahead. She's laying on my robe because I left it on the ground. Think about something that you want to get done. Like there's a project, or maybe it's something personal that you're like, okay, I need to do this. It's been eating at me. Everyone think of something, okay? And then we are going to help you take it and figure out how you can put it into like segments so you can actually get that thing done. Does that sound like a good idea? Okay. Okay, so I'm going to pick somebody. Craig.
Yes, ma'am.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. Okay, so talk to me. Tell me about something that it is that you want to get done.
Just today, or how do you mean? What time?
Anything. Like there's something that, and understand everybody that when you have something on your mind that you're like thinking about you need to do, you have less energy and you have less enthusiasm. Like when you have these things on your mind, it literally wears down on you, and it causes you to have less energy and to be less productive because you're thinking about it. Okay. It could be for work or personal or anything. Like,
No, I got to put on an agent event that I've been postponing, and I need to do it by next month.
Okay, that's perfect. So you have an agent event. What is the agent event for?
It's going to be a high-level mastermind.
Okay, so it's for agents. It's a high level. I'd love to go to it and speak if you want me to, by the way. So it's a high level mastermind. And see, the universe had me call Craig for that reason. Okay, so let's think about all the things. First of all, what's involved with this event? Tell me what's involved. You need to find a place, you need to pick a date, you need to find speakers, right? You need to do an agenda. Are all those things that you need to do?
I need to do that. I've got a rough idea. I've got the guest list, and that's about all I got.
Okay, how many people are going to be there?
15.
What do they need? Is there certain things that like deliverables you need to give to these people?
Not necessarily, not for this initial one.
Okay, so this is more like people just show up and they just talk, and you guys mastermind like, hey, this is
that's going to be the first. That's going to be this first one. Yeah, we're gonna build on that though.
Okay, that's good. Okay, so you already have the list, which is good. Are you doing it on Zoom?
No, we're gonna do it in person.
Do you know where you're doing it at?
That's what I got to figure out because there's still some COVID stuff happening here. So that's on my list this week to get that figured out.
Okay, so how about this? How about you figure that out today?
That would be good.
So what if today you commit to, I'm going to find a spot today?
Okay.
Okay, right. And then, okay, what's the next thing that you need to do? Write that down that you're doing today.
I'm doing right now.
What else do you need?
So once I find the spot, I mean, it kind of coincides with the day. So spot and day, you can do that at the same time.
Yeah, so that's today. Today you're going to find a spot in a day.
No, I mean, but the actual date of the event, like the date of the event, obviously. So I
okay.
the venue with the day of the event.
Okay, great. What else needs to be done with that? Do you see what I'm saying, Craig? Like,
yeah,
it's not as hard as it looks, everyone, to get things done. It's a matter of mapping out, here's all the things I have to do. Okay. And then picking one thing and committing to it, because the next month is going to be here pretty dang quick, Craig. So you better shake that butt.
I know.
Right? Or it might end up ending being the next month.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you guys get this? Okay. Who else wants to play with me? Who wants to play?
Thank you.
Welcome. Mike. Perfect. Yes, we get to help Mike. Mike always helps everyone else. We get to help Mike.
Well, it's like everybody else, taxes, and I'm a little behind on that. So,
God, why did you even say that? So what do you have to do with taxes?
Well, I actually have two. I have my 2019 and my 2020. Due to the fact that things in my personal life, I sold my home and a lot of things, and I just got way behind with COVID hitting. I got way behind on my 2019. I've had the extension, but I've got to get that done. I keep putting it off because I find more important things like your coaching and other things to do, but I definitely got to get it done. So that's something that's in the back of my mind every day. I have it sitting on a table. I just got to get it done. So.
Okay. So Mike, that's a big one. So first of all, you just said it's been on my mind every single day.
Yep.
And what I would tell you is I wouldn't even go to the coaching call on Thursday or on Tuesday until your taxes were done.
Yeah.
Do your skin in the game because you have that commitment. But I would just be like, I'm doing this. Like, and what I find with my taxes, I do the same thing. And once I finally just sit down, it takes me like 2 hours, and I go, damn it, I was sitting there freaking out about that for a year, for 6 months, and it took me 2 hours to get it done. It happens every single year. And every single year I go, why did I wait this long?
Yeah. Yeah, I know it's, I got to prepare it for my bookkeepers first, then prepare from there to my CPA. And so I've actually committed for the weekend, just to spend this weekend to get them done for at least 2019. I can work on 2020 next month.
Yeah. So are you going to commit to that? Everyone hear him, like Kevin and Dwayne, and he's committing to getting his taxes done this weekend.
This weekend.
For 2019.
Got it. You guys hold me accountable.
Let's commit. Let's do it for the next weekend. Are you comfortable the next weekend doing 2020? Because once you do that, Mike, you are going to feel so much better.
Yep, I agree.
You don't realize how much it's weighing on, and also you're going to be in momentum, right? So you're going to have momentum from doing 2019. So 2020 is going to be easier.
Exactly. No, I want to get it off my plate. I closed my brokerage to join EXP, and I have to deal with all that stuff on taxes as well. So the sooner I get it done, the better I'm going to feel. So.
And you're going to find that it's not going to be as hard as you think too. You really will.
Thanks for your help, Krista.
Once you start. Huh? Okay. So this weekend and next weekend, deal?
Deal.
Okay, good.
Hold me to it.
I will. I'm going to put it on my phone, like literally to call you on Monday and be like, I'm just going to put question mark. Thumbs up or thumbs down. You got to tell me which one it is, which is going to be thumbs up because you committed to it. Anybody else? Lori, what about you?
Yeah, it's funny that we're talking about this right now because lately I just been feeling completely overwhelmed. Switching from my normal brokerages into EXP, trying to do the agent attraction, making sure I already get my videos in because I'm already starting to create a following. But then I know, oh my gosh, I need to create Facebook groups. And so now I'm trying to learn Facebook groups, and I just really feel like I'm just taking on a lot. But I remember from, the online coaching that I have my bracelet, and it's okay because being overwhelmed is a good thing because I'm growing my business. So I flip it and I remember that. But I mean, I'm just overwhelmed. That's basically it. And I've been, I know what I need to do. I just need to do it. I've been working on my little habits, mornings and stuff, and getting in my routine to get it forward. I've been also incorporating the Pomodoro technique, which has been amazing. But I still feel like I can't catch up. That's basically it. And I've been meaning to join your program for like a week and a half, 2 weeks, but I feel like I'm so overloaded with everything that's going right now. I'm afraid to take on something else because I don't know.
So why are you doing Facebook groups? I think that's just gonna be too much. Like
Too much.
I wouldn't focus on Facebook groups right now. I really wouldn't. Like, I mean, so everyone understand, like, it's a marathon, not a race, right? Which means just always remind yourself, it's a marathon, not a race. And you're doing so much more than the average person is doing. And so, like, give yourself praise for that. You are doing more than the average person is doing, right? Like, really, when I say
Thank
that,
you.
because I mean, it's really, really true. Like, and the fact that you're even using the Pomodoro technique, that's going to absolutely help you with your anxiousness. But what I would do is, and when you write these lists, everyone, that causes anxiety too. So like your list should be really, really small. And when you think you have to write everything down, it causes you anxiety. It makes you have more stress, and it makes you less productive, truly. And then you take that one thing you didn't do and you put it on the other list. What I would suggest doing is, like, every single day, asking yourself the question, what is the one thing, the very one thing that I can do in my business to move the needle the most? Just the one thing. Right? And commit to getting that one thing done. And then the next day saying, okay, today, what's the one thing that I can do to move the needle the most? All right. And then as you start doing that kind of like what we're talking about getting these commitments, you'll notice that anxiety will start to come down. It's, Rome wasn't built in a day, right? When you want to do a marathon, you don't all of a sudden run 15 miles. You do like a half a mile, and then and then 3/4 of a mile, and then a mile, and right, makes sense. And it's like we put so much pressure on ourselves as humans. Most of you that are here, like, you're overachievers, right? You're here, you're on this call. Out of all the group that we have, out of everyone that we have, right, this is a very, there's only 30 of you on this. You guys are overachievers. You're the kind of people that, and when as overachievers, many times we put a lot of pressure on ourselves, and that means that we tend to be negative to ourselves. That isn't helping us either, right? I had to learn a long, hard way in my life to not be like that. You're doing great, Lori. Like, really, you're doing amazing.
Oh, thank you. I feel like I'm on path to do something, right? And then all of a sudden, oh, this is a great idea to do. And then I get sidetracked and I go this way. And I know I should probably stay going this way, but then I get told blah, 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 blah over here. And so I feel, and then plus it's just me, it's not like I have, like a team or an assistant. Like, I do the marketing, I do my videos, I do freaking everything. I have my ring light, I go out and, I want to do more community engagement. So it's just, and then plus I work with nonprofit organizations in my area as well. So it's just, it's okay. It's all right. It's good. It's good.
Yeah.
It's good.
A lot. Figure out the one thing. And I will say too, like, what we found in my company is that we have a lot going on, but we have found that when we pick one project and, like, literally take that project, finish that project, and then the only thing we have to do once it's finished is we have to just, like, sort of maintain it, we get so much more done. So, like, if you're trying to do this and that and this and that, I mean, if you just got that one thing done, then you're like, oh, that's finished. Great. Now I can move over here. Your biggest, if you're properly distributing your videos correctly.
No, I'm not. And I mean, that's why I need you.
Okay, then that's like a big deal. Like, because then you're doing all this work and all these things and no one's seeing it anyways. Right. So that, like, that's how you see, like, if you're really committed to doing videos and content and all that, getting it out there, properly distributing it, retargeting, that's a huge part of what is going to help you with your success. And so then you're not going to feel like you have to do all these other things, right? Like, all those other things come when you have the time, you know what I'm saying? So just, like, really evaluate all the things you have and, like, what's going to give you the biggest, move the needle the most in your business. Ask yourself that question every day, everyone. When you're looking at your list, what is going to make the biggest needle in my business? Right now for Mike, it's getting his taxes done, because he doesn't even understand how much that's weighing on him, right? Like, that is causing him more stress and more anxiety, less energy, less productivity, just because of those are huge. Not so much 2020. I mean, we still have time, but 2019 for sure. Like you just made me remember, but I have to do mine. So now you got me thinking I got to put that on my list, right? Like seriously. I'm going to talk to Chrissy today. Like, okay.
All right, thank
Okay,
you.
what time is it? You're welcome. Anybody else? Are you wanting a kickstart on your business and you want to learn how to be the go-to professional in your industry? Well, guess what? I've got a challenge for you. It's 5 days of coaching. It's brand new. Just go to KristaMashore.com/client conversion. That's KristaMashore.com/client conversion. And you'll get a training with me for 5 straight days that's going to help kickstart you as the go-to professional in your industry. So sign up and I'll see you there. Nobody? You guys are always so quiet on here.
I'll speak.
Okay, Roger. Hi, Roger.
Hi. I am listening to Lori, and I won't be long because I realize we're almost out of time. And
It's okay.
I feel what she feels. I have a sense of overwhelm. And what has happened with me is this COVID thing has caused me to just become a hermit. Like I haven't sold a house since November of 2019. And I have the benefit of being able to stay home because of my age.
Mm-hmm.
But I also want more things in my life going forward. So that's why I joined Krista's group. However, I've had the box sitting in the corner over there for going on 2 months. And finally, I got a call from, or an email from Vicky, and that kind of came at just the right time because I was thinking, I felt bad I wasn't doing anything about it. But I took that time to start going with this EXP stuff. EXP is overwhelming. This whole virtual world thing, and I put everything on paper. Like I had to look online to find this. It's time zones for California because I'm confused by this 8 o'clock and 11 o'clock thing.
You're so cute.
So
can I give you a suggestion about the overwhelm? Is that you need to show up for the accountability calls.
And I did.
That will help you.
He gave me a 2-week assignment and I've been working on it. I've been going through the modules. I haven't been doing the videos. I want to go through the modules and then come back so I'm a little more prepared. I'm not afraid of being on the screen. That doesn't bother me. I've done that.
So listen to this, okay? Because if you're going through the modules, you should be doing the videos while you're going through them. And it's good is better than great, right? Done is better than like perfect. Done is better than good. Just getting it done.
Care of it. I understand that. So
yeah,
it's a lot.
It is a lot. It absolutely is. And EXP, once the transfer's done and all that, because you get all these emails at first and you're just like, oh my God, right? Once that goes away, you can almost put EXP to the side. And I wouldn't recommend working on agent attraction right now for you because you just have too many things going on. And I'd put that to the side burner. So I wouldn't even worry about agent attraction at all. I would just worry about Roger, and I would show up to these type of things as often as possible, because if you're feeling a hermit, that also can work on your psyche.
Yeah. And I'm really good at being a hermit. I've had a year worth of vacation.
Yeah. But I want you to start showing up to skin in the game every single day.
Now I know that in the future, when I don't have to work, I'll be really good at it.
Yeah, that's a positive. That's a plus.
So
I think everyone feels overwhelmed a lot. It just happens to us, right? Overwhelm is so real, and it's just a matter of really utilizing time-saving strategies like the Pomodoro technique and being committed to that. That will help all of you, and also like really understand, like writing things down and going, okay, in what order does this need to happen so it actually happens? Writing that and then doing it one day at a time. Boom. By the end of the week, if Craig does that today and starts by the end of the week, he will absolutely have his event planned and done and ready. And if he just does one thing a day, Okay, everyone, I hope this was helpful. I have got to jump on my EXP meeting call now. And I'll see you guys all later. And thank you for being here. Good job. Hey there. I have a brand new podcast called Fired Up with Krista Mashore, where I bring my high energy right to your ears. This podcast is available on all your favorite podcast platforms. So do me a favor, go subscribe and leave a review. All this information is free and I cannot wait to teach you everything I know. Thanks so much for watching my video. You can learn more about how to be a successful real estate professional by watching other videos that I have. And be sure to subscribe to my channel. And as always, make it a great home selling and buying day.